too much, and it will burn you hands too less, and the jutsu won't occur. When you gather such chakra, it will become visible like this, said Kakashi, and activated his Chidori. Naruto's Sharingan could clearly see the steady flow of lightning chakra into Kakashi's right hand. It was flowing there with great speed and in specific quantity. Also, Naruto, this is just the beginning of this jutsu. It can be made into an S-rank jutsu called the Raikiri. But before I teach you that, you must first learn the Chidori. Start practicing it, instructed Kakashi.
Naruto was fascinated by the concept of learning an S-rank ninjutsu. They were one of the most deadliest and effective ninjutsu which only a few shinobi could master. Now Naruto's resolve increased more than before to learn the Chidori.
Kage Bunshin no Jutsu, Shadow Clone Technique.
Immediately 300 shadow clones appeared in the field. All the clones had a determined look on their faces. Kakashi smacked his forehead. How could he forget?
He has 10 times more chakra than me, and with his shadow clones he can master almost any jutsu in a very short time, thought Kakashi with a little pride. He was very pleased to have such a magnificent student like Naruto. Sensei, if he accomplishes this jutsu in 2 days, then I think he will surpass you, thought Kakashi happily. Naruto and all his own clones started channeling lightning chakra into their hands. Many of them clones perished when they couldn't concentrate the right amount of chakra and blew themselves up. However, Naruto did not lose hope. He continued his concentration and focused on the flow of chakra in his hands with his Sharingan. A small amount of lightning started forming in Naruto and some of his clones' hands. Naruto could feel a lot of his chakra drain. Maintaining these many number of clones with his Sharingan active was extremely taxing. If I keep this up for more than a few hours, I'll drain myself, thought Naruto with a little sweat dropping from his forehead. Kakashi was impressed that Naruto had started to get the hand of the jutsu so early. He was far from even performing it satisfactorily. But with the training Naruto was doing, Kakashi was amazed by the stamina Naruto had. The Uzumaki clan was truly something else, and so were the Uchiha. And if he is a true Namikaze like Sensei, then his speed would be unparalleled, which is required for this jutsu, thought Kakashi analytically.
Naruto continued his training for 2 hours continuously. He could now gather his lightning chakra in some amount in his palm. He could feel the power of the jutsu. Almost 100 of his clones had perished in the effort, while many of the remaining were drained of chakra and had started to dispel.
The overload hit Naruto pretty hard and he fell on one knee. Kakashi immediately stepped forward and grabbed Naruto's hand. That's enough, you'll tire yourself out. You have performed far better than I expected. I doubt even the 4th Hokage could do such thing in such short time, complimented Kakashi with an eye smile. Kakashi expected Naruto to smile but was shocked when he saw hatred in Naruto's eyes, and it was a lot of hatred. Naruto's Kai escalated highly, and he glared at Kakashi firmly. Naruto, what's wrong? Asked Kakashi hesitantly. I will surpass him, said Naruto fiercely. He then gathered a large amount of lightning chakra in his hands. Many of clones dispelled in an instant, but Naruto didn't care. He had forgiven his father. He had never forgotten what he had done to him. He had sealed a Biju in him and condemned him to a fate worse than death. Naruto did not want revenge, but he felt bitter when someone talked about how skilled his father was. It made him feel weak. Maybe he was being naive, but he wanted to surpass his father and show it to everyone that he was better than the 4th Hokage. Meanwhile, Kakashi was shocked to see Naruto's reaction. It was as if his fatigue had vanished. The fierce look of determination in Naruto's eyes, and all that hatred he had scared him a little. Hiruzen had explained it to him that the Uchiha's power came from feelings of anger, bitterness, despair, and worst of all, hatred. Their power of love was as equally strong as their hatred. Kakashi knew how Naruto felt. It was the same as it was with his father, the White Fang Sakumo Hatake. Kakashi always felt that he was weak in comparison to his father, and he always tried to surpass him. He even created the Chidori on his own. He could understand what Naruto felt. He was trying to surpass the fourth, who was said to be the greatest hero of the village, and he could also understand Naruto's hatred. He is still an Uchiha. These feelings will always be within him. I just hope he doesn't get lost in his hatred, prayed Kakashi. Kakashi's eyes widened on seeing what was front of his eyes. Naruto had a perfect Chidori in his hand and speedily charged towards a nearby tree. His speed was good, and with the force with which his jutsu made contact was astonishing. There was a large hole in the tree, and Naruto's hand had passed right through it.
Naruto was panting heavily, all of his chakra had drained and his vision started to get blurry, and before passing out he gave a little thumbs up to Kakashi.
He learned my Chidori. And what power! I think he will master it. He wasn't bluffing at all. Naruto, what are you? Thought a shocked Kakashi. The boy was a powerhouse who could become the greatest shinobi, or the worst disaster. Flashback end. True to his word, Naruto learned the Chidori in 2 days. For the next 3 weeks, Kakashi had worked to increase Naruto's speed, and the boy proved him right once again. His speed was far greater than Kakashi's own speed, as expected from the son of the fourth Hokage, and the heir of the Namikaze clan. Naruto was now able to perform the Chidori without any hand signs. One of the reasons Kakashi had taught this jutsu to Naruto was because Naruto had great speed and power. True, this jutsu was lethal, but without speed, it was useless. But Naruto had mastered the Chidori, and was now constantly practicing the Raikiri to master it. Kakashi knew that when he would die, he would at least be satisfied that he made Naruto a strong shinobi of Konoha, and did his duty towards his sensei. Thought, I'd find you here, said a very familiar voice. Speak of the devil, thought Kakashi with a chuckle. What brings you here, Naruto? Asked Kakashi, still looking at the stone. Why do you always come here? Asked Naruto curiously. Kakashi looked at Naruto. The boy had grown up in mind as well as in body. Kakashi decided that it was finally time for Naruto to learn the truth. I have done many mistakes in my life, Naruto. Some of them had very bad results, and I lost my best friends, said Kakashi sadly. Would you like to talk about it? Asked Naruto softly, and put a hand on Kakashi's shoulder. Kakashi gave a grateful nod in return, and decided to let Naruto know about his pain. Because of my mistake, my best friend died, said Kakashi, shocking Naruto to the core. He just stared at Kakashi patiently. He knew he had to let Kakashi adjust his feelings. It was also painful for him to talk about Shin. From my childhood, I always looked up to my father. He was a great shinobi, far stronger than the Sannin, but an incident happened that changed our lives, said Kakashi sadly. What happened? Asked Naruto hesitantly. He and his team were sent to a top-secret mission behind enemy lines. I still don't know what mission it was, but it was very important for our village and the Fire Country. But things didn't go as planned, and my father was faced with 2 choices. Either complete the mission and let his comrades die, or save his comrades and fail the mission. He did the latter, explained Kakashi. Naruto's eyes widened on hearing this. He knew what Black Ops missions were. He himself had performed a few covert operations behind enemy lines. He dreaded on thinking on what would have happened to Sakumo. Things didn't go well, didn't they? Asked Naruto silently, already estimating the answer would not be good. They didn't. He rescued his comrades, but the mission failed. As a result, the village had to suffer few losses. All the shinobi and the villagers blamed my father and ostracized him. Even those comrades which he had saved turned their backs against him. My father suffered depression and ultimately took his own life, finished Kakashi. I'm sorry for your loss, Nissan, said Naruto sadly. He couldn't imagine how badly it would have affected Kakashi. What do you think of his actions, Naruto? Asked Kakashi curiously. As a shinobi, I think he made a tough call, but before being shinobi, we are human. We should always follow what our heart tells us. What others say doesn't matter as long as you believe you are doing the right thing. Nothing matters. Your father cherished his comrades and saved their lives. For me, he is a hero because betraying your comrades is betraying yourself, said Naruto firmly. Kakashi stared at Naruto. He could see in Naruto's eyes that he believed in what he had said. Thank you, Naruto. After that, I dedicated my life to rules and regulations. I did all things necessary for the mission, and killed my emotions. I was an ass at that time, and it took my best friend's life to make me realize that I was wrong, said Kakashi sadly. What happened with your friend? What was his name? Asked Naruto curiously. His name was Obito Uchiha. He was very different from his clan. He was more like Konohamaru. He bragged on and on about how he would become Hokage and always made excuses for arriving late, said Kakashi with a chuckle. He must have been a good person, said Naruto with a smile. I always taunted him for being weak. He had not awakened his Sharingan, but he really cared about the team. My sensei and my other teammate Rin always tried to be peacemaker in the team, said Kakashi with a warm smile as he remembered old times. What happened to Obito? Asked Naruto cautiously. We were on a mission behind enemy lines. I was the team captain. Our mission was to destroy a bridge, which the enemy was using. But somehow the enemy captured Rin. I wanted to continue the mission instead of rescuing Rin, said Kakashi with shame evident in his voice. Let me guess, Obito had other plans, suggested Naruto. Yes, he wanted to rescue Rin, and we had a little fight over that matter. In the end, Obito went to save Rin while I decided to continue the mission, explained Kakashi. Did you go after Rin? Asked Naruto with a frown. He did not like that behavior of Kakashi. Yes, I realized my mistake and I teamed up with Obito. We faced a Junin from Iwa in battle and my left eye was destroyed in the battle, said Kakashi. What happened next? Asked a shocked Naruto.
Obito somehow awakened the Sharingan and killed the Junin. We then went and faced another Junin and were able to subdue him and rescue Rin, but somehow the Junin regained consciousness and he brought the cave down crashing. We rushed towards the cave, but with my defective sense of vision I was about to get hit, said Kakashi, but stopped after that.
He saved you, didn't he? Said Naruto sadly. Yes, but he got hit by the rock in my place. I was devastated by this. I never considered Obito my friend, but he sacrificed himself for me. He also gave me his Sharingan, explained Kakashi. He gave you his Sharingan? Asked a shocked Naruto. He could now understand why the Sharingan was so important for Kakashi. It was a memento of his best friend. I cannot forgive myself for his death. If I could have gone with him from the start, things might have been different. I wasn't even able to protect Rin and she died too, said Kakashi sadly, with a tear dropping from his right eye. Nisan, I know it must be painful, but you have to move on. You cannot stay like this. Obito and Rin wouldn't want you to live like this. By doing this, you are not only punishing yourself, but also making their sacrifices useless, said Naruto firmly. What should I do? I have nothing left in my life. I have failed everyone, said Kakashi sadly. No, you have not failed anyone. Your father would be proud of you for the man you have become, one who values his comrades. Obito gave his life to save you because he considered you a friend, and any good friend would do that. His death was not your fault, and Rin's death was unfortunate. Besides, you have me. If not for you, I would have been left to rot in this village. You saved me, gave me a better future, made me a strong shinobi. Kakashi Hatake, you are a good man, and a hero of this village, said Naruto proudly, and gave Kakashi a wide smile. You believe that? Asked a shocked Kakashi. Yes, and there is one more person who loves you and believes in you more than me, said Naruto, shocking Kakashi again. Who is it? Asked Kakashi innocently. Cut the crap. You and I both know that you love Anko. And don't try to deny that I know you better, warned Naruto. Sigh. Yes, I do love her, said Kakashi tiredly. Then why are you not telling her? Asked Naruto irritatingly. I don't want to lose her. Every close person in my life has died. I don't want her to be cursed by being with him, said Kakashi sadly. That's a lame excuse. You cannot control your future. We are shinobi. We may die today, but you should follow your heart. I am close to you and I am not dead yet, and neither is Anko or your other friends, besides she loves you too, said Naruto with a true smile. She does? Asked a shocked Kakashi. Yeah, I think you should propose to her. Here, take it, said Naruto and took out a ring from his pocket. It was a platinum ring with a little diamond on it. Naruto, I cannot take this. Where'd you get the money for this? Asked a curious Kakashi. I and Gigi have it covered. It's the least I can do for what you have done for me. Besides, Anko is the only woman in this village who will allow you to read your uchiha, said Naruto with a smirk. In truth, he had made good money from his missions en route, and with a little advice from Hiruzen had bought this ring. Really? Asked Kakashi with stars in his eyes. I think so, said Naruto with a shrug. My precious, we will forever be together, yelled Kakashi and hugged his book with anime tears dropping from his eyes. Is he really an adult? Thought Naruto with a sweat drop. Well, take it and propose her, or I'll burn down every single one of your uchiha, make you read its yaoi version in my genjutsu, and we'll have Anko's snakes kick your ass, threatened Naruto playfully. I'll do it, but don't harm my precious, begged Kakashi. Just do it already, said Naruto tiredly. He then wished Kakashi good luck and went towards the academy for his graduation day. If he had looked carefully, he could have seen the biggest smile on Kakashi's face. Only 2 words could describe Naruto's mood right now. Fucking boring. He was sitting in the academy and was listening to Iruka's boring speech for the past few minutes. Many of the students were excited as they were finally becoming a genin and starting their path of shinobi. Naruto could understand their feelings, but he was already an Ambu captain, and such knew that how harsh the shinobi world was. But for now, these students should enjoy this moment. Alright. Now I'll announce the top 10 students of this year, and in which teams they shall be placed. Iruka loudly. Everyone paid attention. Even Naruto was curious. Sasuke and Sakura were sitting beside him. In a way, these two were his best friends in the academy. Sure, he was friends with the rest. The only ones with whom he was close were Shikamaru, Ino, and Kiba. Shino was his friend but didn't talk much, and Hinata was a weirdo. She tried to talk but always remained silent. Shuji was always busy eating. The 10th place goes to Ichigo. The 9th place goes to Shikamaru. The 8th place goes to Chuji. The 7th place goes to Kiba. The 6th place goes to Hinata. The 5th place goes to Ino. The 4th place goes to Shino. The 3rd place goes to Sakura. The 2nd place goes to Sasuke. And the Rookie of the Year is Naruto Hatake, announced. All of the students had different reactions. Shikamaru muttered troublesome and went off to sleep. Naruto knew Shikamaru could be in the top 3, but he was too lazy like all the Naras. Chuji was just happy that he had passed. Kiba mumbled something which went unheard by the rest of students, but seemed a little happy. Hinata had a short smile on her face. Naruto observed carefully, and saw there was a hint of sadness in her eyes. He could understand why she was feeling like this. She was the heiress of the Hyuga clan, and many people expected her to be top kunoichi, but Sakura and Ino had really changed in the past years. Hinata was formidable in taijutsu, but in the rest of the skills she was average. This was where she got beaten by Ino and Sakura, who were skilled in genjutsu and academics. They also were good at ninjutsu. Ino was yelling loudly that she would beat Sakura, but was also happy at the same time. Naruto had advised her and Sakura that it was not a bad thing that they liked Sasuke or any other boy, but if they were just focused on their crush and do not develop their shinobi skills, then they may die. They both realized their mistakes and had started improving, and as a result were now strong kunoichi. Shino just gave a respectful nod and remained impassive, as expected from the Aburames. Sakura did the unexpected. She just gave a smile to her friends and accepted Ino's demand for a match. "Congratulations," said Sasuke, shocking both Naruto and Sakura. "Sasuke-kun," said both Sakura and Ino in shock. "That's all you're gonna get from that teamie," joked Naruto. And muttered Sasuke with a smirk. "So, Mr. Rookie of the Year, how does it feel to be on the top?" asked Ino, putting her hand around Naruto's neck playfully. "Naruto, you are really strong. You showed me and Ino what it means to be a shinobi," said Sakura, and gave a warm hug to Naruto. Naruto just gave a small smile in return. He was truly thankful for having such good friends. "I don't know, names and titles mean nothing in the shinobi world. Even the strongest shinobi could be defeated by a single mistake," explained Naruto, earning nods from everyone. "Well," said Naruto, "so Naruto is the Rookie of the Year, and Sakura is the top kunoichi of the class. Now we will announce the teams," said Iruka loudly. All the students now paid attention. They were curious to see who their teammates and sensei would be. Iruka stated announcing the teams until only 9 students were left in the class. The rest had left with their Junin sensei. Team 7. Sakura, Haruno, Sasuke Uchiha, and Naruto Hatake. "You have been summoned to the Hokage's office," said Iruka. "Oh, that's not fair. Why does Forehead get to be with Naruto-kun and Sasuke-kun?" whined Ino. "I," said Hinata, but stopped as a few tears came in her eyes. She really wanted to be with Naruto, to show him how much she loved him. She then quickly wiped away her tears and made the best poker face. "Why is she so obsessed with me? She should know I only see her as a good friend. I don't want to break her heart if she finds out I love Kurenai. I don't know what she would do," thought Naruto with a frown. Team 8. Kiba Inuzuka, Hinata Hyuga, and Shino Aburame. "Your Junin sensei will be Kakashi Hatake," announced Iruka. Naruto saw Kiba's excited face when his team was announced. Shino just remained stoic while Hinata seemed neutral, but was very sad. Naruto understood why Kakashi was made their sensei. He had already trained both Naruto and Sasuke in their Sharingan. Also, Kakashi was a good tracker, and with his dog summons, he was the best choice for these 3. Team 10. Ino Yamanaka, Chuji Akimichi, and Shikamaru Nara Al. "Your Junin sensei will be Azuma Sarutobi," said Iruka. "Troublesome," said Shikamaru with a yawn. "Why I have to be with this lazy bum?" whined Ino with anime tears dropping from her eyes. Everyone chuckled a little, and they could understand why Ino was feeling like this because Shikamaru was really very lazy. Chuji just had a big smile on his face as he was in a team with his best friend Shikamaru. "Sasuke, Sakura-chan, we should go," said Naruto. "Right," said Sasuke, and Sakura just nodded. The trio then exited from the room and went towards the Hokage Tower. "I wonder who their sensei would be," thought Shikamaru analytically. The 3 genin entered the Hokage's office wondering about the reason of why they had been summoned here. They saw the Hokage sitting in his chair. There were 2 more person in the room beside the squad of Ambu that was hidden in the shadows. These person were none other than Anko and Kurenai. Naruto could perceive that the Ambu were feeling quite curious and a little excited. He was a very adept sensor whose skills had grown over the years. Kurenai gave a wide smile to Naruto and Anko gave him a little wink playfully. Naruto just chuckled on seeing their reactions. The trio stood in front of the Hokage and gave him a deep bow. "No need to be so formal. Now you may be wondering why you have been summoned here," suggested Hiruzen. "Hi," said Sakura curtly. "First of all, I would like to congratulate you for your performance over these years. You three are the best of the academy, and as a result you have been summoned here. But before we go further, Naruto, step forward," commanded Hiruzen. "I am yours to command, Hokage-sama," said Naruto with a bow. Sasuke's eyebrows twitched a bit. He was always a little wary of Naruto. Naruto was his best friend, but he cared about the village more than what Sasuke expected. Naruto was also too devoted to the Hokage. Sakura and Anko just sighed on seeing Naruto's actions. They both knew he was a very loyal shinobi, and no matter what he would always be too devoted for their tastes.
Kurenai felt a little proud on seeing Naruto's loyalty. He was his student, best friend and maybe a lover. He was a prodigy, graduated at the top of the class, and most of all she liked people who were loyal to the village and cared about their precious people. And Naruto was one such person.
"Naruto, I hereby promote you to Chunin," said Hiruzen, shocking everyone present in the room. "What?" asked all of them in unison. "May? I know the reason for this promotion. Hokage-sama?" asked Naruto seriously. "There are a few reasons for this. First of all, your skills are far too advanced. For a genin, your teachers have recommended you be moved up further in the ranks," said Hiruzen. "But Hokage-sama, he just became a genin. Also, you have to participate in the Chunin exams for promotion," argued Anko. She didn't doubt Naruto's skills but wanted him to have some experience before getting the promotion. "You do present a good point, Anko, but a shinobi can be promoted to Chunin if the cage deems him fit for the duty," said Hiruzen calmly. "But Hokage-sama, such a promotion hasn't been done since," said Kurenai, but then she glanced towards Sasuke and did not speak further. Itachi was the only person who was directly promoted to Chunin after becoming a genin. Kurenai knew from Naruto that Itachi was a sensitive topic for Sasuke, and as such did not speak further. "Yes, that is true. However, the major reason for Naruto's promotion is because of the Anbu commander of our village," said Hiruzen seriously. "What does the Anbu commander has to do with Naruto?" asked Sakura, curiously. "He wants Naruto to join the Anbu Black Ops," explained Hiruzen, shocking everyone in the room. "No," said Sasuke, bringing everyone's attention to him. "Speak freely, Sasuke," said Naruto, knowing Sasuke wanted to say something. "Hokage-sama, I know Naruto is stronger than all of us, but he is a little young for this. It's the same as with him," explained Sasuke. Everyone in the room agreed with him. Naruto was happy that Sasuke cared about his well-being, but he would follow whatever orders the Hokage gave him. That is why the Anbu commander wants to test his skills as a Chunin. Due to the QB attack, we lost many skilled shinobi. Over these years, we have restored our military strength, but we need skilled ninja like Naruto in our special forces. Right now, tension is rising between the villages. As a result, you all have been summoned here," explained Hiruzen. "What is it, Hokage-sama?" asked Kurenai warily. She was worried for Naruto's safety. Anbu Black Ops performed the most dangerous missions for the village, and many missions were such where they didn't come back alive. She did not want to lose Naruto. As a result, she was trying to find a way to get him out of this mess. But she also knew that the Hokage's word was final. But that didn't mean she wouldn't try. In this hour, the village needs a special group of shinobi for various missions. Our Anbu forces are already stretched thin, and the Junin are also working as best of their ability. I am forming a team of shinobi with special skills. This team will directly report to me. You all have been selected for this team with Naruto acting as the leader, explained Hiruzen. He knew Naruto was more than capable of leading a team and was just trying to make the others understand it as well. You said this team has been selected for its special skills. Can you tell us why we have been selected? Asked Kurenai. Curiously. Certainly, Anko is trained in infiltration, assassination, and interrogation. Kurenai, you are the best at genjutsu. Sakura is also good in genjutsu, and perhaps medical ninjutsu, if she is trained properly. Sasuke is skilled in ninjutsu and taijutsu. As for Naruto, he shall explain about his skills himself, said Hiruzen. Care to explain Naruto? Asked Kurenai skeptically. She didn't like to be kept in the dark, and it seemed that the Hokage and Naruto were hiding something. I will explain, but Gigi, do you really think I'm capable of leading this team? Surely Anko and Kurenai are Junin and are more experienced than me, lied Naruto. That may be true, but this will serve as a test to ascertain your leadership abilities and your skills. Anko and Kurenai will surely guide you when necessary. To be honest, Naruto, I wanted to promote you quickly through the ranks, but I wanted you to have some friends. So I delayed your promotion, but I cannot do that any longer. I need your skills to serve the village as best you can, and I know you can do it, explained Hiruzen with a warm smile. I will get the job done, Hokage-sama. I will try my best, promised Naruto. Anko was a little suspicious about all of this but decided to keep quiet. Sasuke and Sakura, you two also show great promise, and I intend to promote you too after seeing your performance in a few missions, said Hiruzen. Thank you, Hokage-sama, said Sakura with a warm smile, while Sasuke nodded. Now, all of you get to know each other and practice your teamwork. I will be assigning you your missions soon. You will not be performing D ranks, so don't be worried, said Hiruzen with a chuckle. All the three genin sighed in relief on hearing this. D ranks were a major pain in the ass for all genin. Hiruzen then handed over Naruto his Chunin uniform, which he accepted respectfully. Kurenai was really happy on seeing this, and she silently gave Naruto her congratulations, which Naruto noticed and gave her a small smile. Let's meet at Training Ground 20 in a few minutes, suggested Naruto. Everyone nodded, and the genin exited from the office, while Anko and Kurenai stayed as they had some questions. Hokage-sama, are you sure about this? Asked Anko doubtfully. I am Anko. I want you and Kurenai to guide this team. Naruto has a lot of potential, and I don't want it to be wasted. This team can become one of the best teams in the history of our village, said Hiruzen. Hokage-sama, there must have been some reason for you to have so much faith in Naruto's ability. How strong is he? Asked Kurenai. Curiously. All of your answers will be answered by him. The only thing I ask from you is be patient and hear him out first, requested Hiruzen. Both the kunoichi nodded hesitantly, not sure what they were going to find out. Only if they knew what a big secret they were going to hear. All the members of Team 7 arrived at Training Ground 20. Anko and Kurenai were in their Junin vest, while Sasuke was wearing a black shirt with the Uchiha crest on its back, and was wearing black shorts. Sakura was wearing a gray shirt and black shorts. She was also wearing fingerless gloves. They all saw Naruto standing on top of the lake of the training ground, and he looked quite different. He was wearing his green Chunin flak jacket and had a blue shirt underneath it. He was wearing black ambu pants and fingerless gloves in his hands. His face was covered by his face mask, while his headband was on his left hand, allowing 2 locks of blonde hair to fall on his face. He was also wearing black combat boots. But most interesting thing was he had a sword strapped on his back. Why do you have a sword strapped on your back, Naruto? Asked Kurenai curiously. She didn't know Naruto was skilled in kenjutsu. That is because I am a little skilled with sword, said Naruto with a light chuckle. Don't try to play tricks. Gaki Kakashi had agreed to teach you kenjutsu but has not taught you yet. Please don't try to be a hero on the first day of our team. advised Anko seriously. Anko loved Naruto like her younger brother, and as such she considered it her job to guide him. We live in a world of lies and deception, Anko. There are many things which you don't know about me, said Naruto carefully. Sasuke gave Naruto a knowing look, saying he understood what Naruto might say, and he had his support in this. Naruto gave a thankful nod to Sasuke. Naruto-kun, please don't talk in riddles, get to the point, said Sakura curtly. She was a little doubtful of all of this, but she had faith in Naruto. I know all of you have doubts about me being a Chunin and more as a leader of this team. I can understand, and I can think of only one way to remove your doubts. Fight with me, all of you against me. If you find my skills or my tactics unworthy, I will resign as the leader of this team, said Naruto honestly. Naruto, I know you are strong, but you want to fight all of us. There are 2 Junin here and 2 of the best genin of this academy. Plus, Sasuke has his Sharingan, and Sakura is adept with Genjutsu. I don't think this is right, said Kurenai worriedly. Do what he says, said Sasuke seriously. What? Sasuke, you cannot be serious, asked Sakura a little angrily. When fighting an opponent with superior strength, make sure you have the numbers. You taught me that, didn't you, Naruto? Said Sasuke with a smirk. You mean he can take all of us? Scoffed Anko. Yes, said Sasuke stoically and activated his Sharingan. All right, Naruto, but please surrender if you get injured, said Kurenai softly. I can say the same for you, said Naruto in a challenging voice. All right, let's go, announced Anko. Anko then rushed towards Naruto and proceeded with a couple of hand signs. She finished with the tiger sign. Katon. Ryuka no Jutsu. Fire release. Dragon fire technique. A large stream of fire was released from Anko's mouth, which headed straight for Naruto at tremendous speed and engulfed everything in its path. Naruto immediately took out a ceiling tag and threw it in the air. He then quickly performed a couple of hand signs in order to perform his technique against the fire attack of Anko. Funinjutsu. Fuka Huin. Fire sealing method. The tag then dropped in front of the stream of fire, and much to everyone's amazement, it absorbed the entire attack, and then disappeared with a puff of smoke, leaving only ash and a little smoke in the area. Before Anko could counterattack, she saw a figure cut through the smoke. Her eyes widened when she saw Naruto heading towards her with his sword, which was glowing. But the most shocking thing was she saw Naruto's eyes had a 3-Tomo Sharingan. Naruto made a horizontal swing at Anko's chest with his sword. Anko stepped out of her stupor and back, flipped a few meters away, avoiding the attack. Or so she thought. A large cut appeared on her Junin vest. Anko was shocked to see this. But I avoided the attack. Most of all, why the fuck does he have the Sharingan? Thought Anko angrily. Naruto just remained there with his sword in his hand and looking at Anko with his Sharingan eyes. With the others. Is that? Said Sakura in shock. Sharingan? Asked Kurenai in shock. She felt hurt on seeing this. Naruto had betrayed her trust. Yes, it is. We need to move now. This is a fight. Our questions can be answered later, said Sasuke hurriedly, as his Sharingan picked up Naruto, finishing a lot of hand signs rapidly. With Naruto. Suten. Suri. Dan. No Jutsu. Water release. Water dragon bullet technique. A large dragon of water was formed from the lake, and it rushed towards Anko with great speed. Anko had started performing her own hand signs but was already late. To her surprise, Sakura and Sasuke jumped in front of her and started performing their own hand signs. Doton. Doreen Heki. Earth release. Earth-style wall. They both used a lot of chakra, and a large wall of mud rose from the ground and covered the trio. The water dragon collided with the mud wall with great speed and shattered it to pieces, but they had jumped away from the position. The entire area was covered in water droplets as the water dragon exploded on coming in contact with the mud wall. The rest of the members of Team 7 were shocked when they saw Naruto high in the air and released a kunai towards them, followed by a couple of another quick hand signs. Cage. Kunai no Jutsu. Shadow kunai technique. That one kunai now multiplied into hundreds of identical kunai which struck the rest of the members of Team 7 with great speed. Genjutsu, huh? Pretty smart kunai? Thought Naruto as they members of Team 7 that were hit with the kunai attack disappeared in leaves. Naruto sensed Sasuke's chakra behind him and immediately swung his sword backwards and blocked the kunai that Sasuke was holding, making a loud noise. He then attempted to hit his left elbow straight into Sasuke's face, but Sasuke blocked it with his remaining hand, but was shocked when Naruto used that distraction to flip over Sasuke's head and gave a strong kick on his head and sent him stumbling few feet away. Naruto then saw Anko appear in front of him with a mad grin on her face, followed by a couple of hand signs. Sene Tahashu, many hidden shadow snake hands. 3. Dozen snakes were launched from Anko's sleeves and were rushing at Naruto with great speed and flipping their tongues venomously. Where does she hide all of them? Thought Naruto in amusement. He then surged wind chakra through his swords and used a shunshin and teleported away. Anko was confident that her snakes would subdue Naruto but was shocked when Naruto appeared in front of her and gave a harsh kick to her chest, sending her crashing in a nearby tree. She felt a few of her ribs crack from the attack. When she opened her eyes, she saw Naruto had already cleaved her snakes in half. Damn, his shunshin is way too fast, thought Anko, but before she could do anything, 3 Narutos appeared in front of her and attempted to decapacitate her from different angles. But all of the Naruto's movement was stopped when their bodies started getting caught in branches of trees, which suddenly appeared out of nowhere. Kurenai stepped out of one of the tree's branches with her kunai pressed on one of the Naruto's throat, whom she thought was the main Naruto and not his shadow clones. It's over, Naruto, said Kurenai with barely restrained anger. She was very upset that Naruto had hidden such big truth from her about him being an uchiha and as such wanted to finish the fight and have a talk with him. Is it? Asked Naruto impassively and looked at Kurenai with his Sharingan. Suddenly, to Kurenai's shock, instead of Naruto being bound in her genjutsu, she found herself trapped in her own jutsu binded by her own trees. All 3. Naruto pointed a sword at her and took a swing, but she bit her tongue and the genjutsu disappeared, and she ducked at the last moment. She backflipped a few meters away and looked at the 3 impassive Narutos seriously. Which is the real one? She thought frustratingly. She was relieved to see Sasuke and Sakura in their positions, and Anko had cleared herself from the field, in order to prevent her from being used as a hostage. Why do you have the Sharingan, Naruto? Yelled Kurenai angrily. She just wished her plan would work.
But what she didn't know that Naruto had already sensed and located Sasuke and Sakura in the trees behind him waiting to stalk him from behind. He was not a censor for nothing. He also felt Anko's signature behind him, but it looked she was hurt badly.
She was surprised when 2 Narutos immediately performed a quick substitution, and she couldn't believe what they had substituted themselves with. They were none other than Sasuke and Sakura, both of whom had a sword and a kunai placed on their necks, ready to cut them instantly. Naruto looked at Kurenai seriously and said in a very cold tone, "Your teammates are captured and are at my mercy. Anko is now at my clone's mercy. Yield now? That is the only option you have," said Naruto massively, and pressed the kunai and sword closer to Sasuke and Sakura's throat. Kurenai gritted her teeth in anger. Her entire strategy failed. She had planned to distract Naruto while Sasuke and Sakura would attack him from the back with their fire and earth jutsu. Naruto would have to dodge, and that was when she and Anko would strike unitedly and subdue Naruto. But now her entire plan had failed. Two of her comrades were captured, and the third was nowhere visible. She had only one choice. "Damn it!" thought Kurenai angrily. "You win. Let them go," said Kurenai defeatedly. "Thought you'd never say that," said Naruto with a smirk.
Kurenai was again surprised when the Naruto, Sasuke and Sakura in front of her disappeared in a flock of crows. She found herself standing in the field. She looked around and saw all of her comrades were also standing beside her.
"What happened?" asked Sakura, curiously. "We were caught in his genjutsu," explained Kurenai. She was feeling a lot of emotions, proud of Naruto's mastery in genjutsu, angry at him for hiding the truth, and also at herself for getting caught in his genjutsu so easily. "But when did he get us?" asked Anko confusedly. "We must have looked him in the eyes," explained Sasuke. "How can we get caught in a genjutsu by just looking in his eyes?" asked Sakura curiously. She didn't know how powerful a Sharingan could be. "Sharingan can easily cast a genjutsu by just looking in the eyes. We must have looked at him sometime," said Sasuke frustratingly. He too had in Tamu Sharingan, but from his training with Kakashi he knew Naruto's eyes were far more powerful than any uchiha he knew. His eyes were even more stronger than Itachi. Also, Sasuke was not as skilled in Sharingan genjutsu as Naruto yet. Suddenly all of them felt something cold touch their necks. They looked behind and saw 4 Narutos holding a sword at their throats, and were looking at them coldly without any emotion on their face. "Your assumptions are right," said Naruto seriously. "What are you?" asked Sakura, but was cut off when Naruto pressed the sword more closely to their throats. "Do you accept your defeat?" asked Naruto seriously, with his Sharingan eyes looking coldly at all of them. All the members of Team 7 were shocked on seeing this new Naruto. He was cold, calculative, and was insanely stronger, faster and smarter than all of them.
All of them looked at each other and considered their options. They knew if they even tried to move their throats would be cut immediately, and most of all they wanted answers about his Sharingan, and that was more important than this fight. The only one who knew about Naruto's Sharingan was Sasuke.
But he was also quite shocked by Naruto's skills. Naruto had showed great skill in ninjutsu, taijutsu, genjutsu, fuinjutsu, and kenjutsu. Plus his speed was far too great for them. He wondered how far stronger was Naruto. Sakura couldn't believe what had just happened. She liked Naruto. He had helped her change from a crazy fangirl to a smart kunoichi. She received the title of top kunoichi due to her strength in genjutsu, academics, and her strength with her earth-style jutsu. But when she compared herself to Naruto, she found herself outclassed.
Anko was in a state of shock. She couldn't believe that the boy she considered her brother was so skilled and had hidden such a big truth from her all these years. She wondered how far had Naruto held back during their training spars.
But the one who was upset the most was none other than Kurenai. She felt cheated. Naruto had lied to her for all these years. He had not told her about his identity and his powers honestly. She loved Naruto, and to find out that he had hidden such a big truth from her broke her heart a little. "We forfeit," said Anko seriously, giving Naruto a firm look, saying this was not over. Naruto removed the sword from their throats and dispersed his 3 shadow clones quickly, but as soon as he sheathed his sword, he felt someone grab the collar of his Chunin vest, roughly, and being pulled closer to this person. He looked up and saw this person was none other than Kurenai. And one look in her eyes made Naruto realize what she was feeling. It was pure anger. "I need answers now," hissed Kurenai angrily with righteous feminine fury in her voice. Enjoy. Chapter 10. Broken Crest. Blue Life stared into red eyes without blinking for a second. Many emotions could be seen in the respective eyes. One reflected feelings of guilt and sorrow, while the other reflected feelings of betrayal, hurt, and sadness.
Naruto looked at Kurenai's face. He could see how hurt she was. It broke his heart. He did not blame Kurenai for behaving like this. She had every right to be like this.
He was her student, best friend. Both of them shared a deep bond of love between them, and he had hidden a major part of his identity from her. Naruto knew that Kurenai was fiercely loyal to the village and to her precious people, and she did not like when someone lied to her. Kurenai's heart was broken, and she grabbed Naruto's collar more roughly and brought him more closer to her face, with only mere inches from her lips. If it was some other moment, Naruto would never avert his gaze from her beautiful face and lips. But right now, he couldn't look in her eyes. "Naruto, I need answers now," demanded Kurenai again, and leaked little key. To her surprise, Naruto just gave a nod. She expected him to be angry at her for behaving like this in front of the rest of the team, but he just didn't show any emotions. "I will answer every question of every one of you, but please just ask them one at a time," requested Naruto quietly. Sasuke knew he had to step in and help Naruto out, so he stepped up and gently removed Kurenai's hands from Naruto's collar. She gave him a harsh glare, but he didn't flinch at all. "Leave his collar. He won't be able to answer if you keep strangling him," said Sasuke sternly, and stared at Kurenai with his Sharingan. Kurenai removed her hands roughly and stepped a few meters back, but continued to give a stern gaze to Naruto. Sakura saw Naruto's hurt face, even though she felt a little sad that Naruto had hidden some things from her. But she knew she had to be rational, and at least give him some support to explain himself. "Naruto-kun, how do you have the Sharingan?" asked Sakura in a kind voice. "Because I am an Uchiha," said Naruto honestly. "But how can this be possible? There were no other survivors after that incident with the Uchiha clan. You were an Uzumaki before Kakashi adopted you." "I just don't understand," said Anko confusedly. "Yes, you are right. I had the Uzumaki name before Kakashi Nisan adopted me. Even he and I didn't know that I was an Uchiha before that incident," said Naruto sadly, as he remembered his first kill. "What incident?" asked Kurenai seriously. She was now in more control of her anger, and wanted to hear Naruto's reasons. A small part of her heart felt very sad when she saw Naruto was so sad. "I was 6 years old and was training in a field when I was attacked," said Naruto silently. All the members of the team were quite shocked to hear this. Who would want to attack a child? Sasuke and Sakura were shocked on hearing this. Sasuke wondered how hard was Naruto's life, and Sakura was feeling very sad for her best friend. Anko and Kurenai looked at each other. They knew why he would have been attacked. Both of their anger reduced a little. They could now understand that his life had been hard, and as such should listen to him. Surprisingly, Kurenai stepped forward and put a hand on Naruto's shoulder gently. "What happened? Who were those attackers?" asked Kurenai softly. Naruto's eyes widened on seeing this. He didn't expect Kurenai to lose her anger so quickly, but then he also realized that they were best friends, and as such she was trying to support him. "They were Ambu Black Ops," said Naruto, but didn't mention they were root for obvious reasons. "What?" yelled all of them in shock. "It will be better if I show you," said Naruto and activated his Sharingan. All the members felt the world around them change, and they were now standing in a white plain, and Naruto was standing beside them. After a few moments, some light came in front of them. Flashback.
Suddenly 2 people arrived at the training ground. Naruto looked at them and saw 2 Anbu standing there. Their faces were hidden by their masks, however their masks were different than most Anbu, because they were blank.
"Naruto Hatake," said the Anbu on the left. "Huh?" asked Naruto, curious as to why the Anbu were here and asking for him. Suddenly both the Anbu charged at him, drawing their swords ready to strike him down. Naruto had only time to blink as he barely dodged the strike of the swords, but still got a cut on his face. Mask! It was due to sheer luck and due to some of Kakashi's training that he was barely able to dodge the blow. "What the hell are you doing?" shouted Naruto angrily. The Ambu were surprised that he was able to dodge the strike, but neither showed any emotions. They never showed emotions. Getting out of their daze, they started leaking a massive amount of killing intent. This was the type of killing intent of silent assassins. Naruto was frozen in shock. His body wasn't moving. His heartbeat was increasing every second. He was already hearing it beating so many times. He barely was able to get a kunai from his pouch, but his hands were trembling. He had faced a lot of angry villagers on many occasions, but the killing intent these Ambu were leaking were the most powerful one he had faced in his entire life. There was a sharp pain in his eyes. The Ambu rushed at him. One of them swinged his sword towards Naruto's chest, while the other Ambu jumped in the air with his sword drawn ready to cleave Naruto in half.
Time seemed to slow down for Naruto. All the things started to move much more slowly around him. He could see the leaves rustling in the air at a much slower pace. He could see that the Anbu were drawing closer towards him. To any other shinobi the Anbu would seem like blurs, but for Naruto he was able to read their movements and the exact angle through which they were going to strike him.
I can't move. What is happening? I can't die here. I will not die, thought Naruto. Acting purely on what his instincts were telling him, he backflipped a few meters, but the Ambus attacked him again. The one on the left tried to attack him with a diagonal slash from his sword, but before his attack could even connect, he felt something cold pierce his chest. But when he looked down, all he could see was two red eyes with two tomos in it, and a kunai buried deep in his heart.
The Anbu's lifeless body fell dead on the ground, and after a few seconds a glow came from his left arm and the entire body was engulfed in flames, burning the body to ashes.
Meanwhile, Naruto was frozen in his spot. His hands were shaking. He was looking at the blood stained on his hands and realized he had just killed a man. He didn't know what happened. He had just ducked before the blow hit him, and before he realized what was happening, his kunai was lodged into the Ambu's heart. He had seen the shock in the man's eyes hidden behind his mask, which were then replaced with emptiness before he fell on the ground and was burned to a crisp. I killed him. I am a murderer, thought Naruto sadly, and tears started to drop from his eyes. Meanwhile, the remaining Ambu was shocked to see his partner killed by the boy and was just about to attack him and was already charging towards him. Naruto was frozen in his spot, so it looked much easy. The Ambu readied his sword to deliver the blow, but his entire body was electrocuted, and something had pierced his chest. He looked down to see a hand sticking out of his chest, which was covered in a ball of lightning. He only heard a single word before he fell lifeless on the ground. Rakiri. Flashback end. This was how I got my Sharingan, said Naruto somberly, and removed the genjutsu. He was surprised when he was engulfed in a bone-crushing hug by Kurenai, who was crying and was continuously apologizing to him for her rude behavior. He looked around and saw Anko's sad look and Sakura's shocked face. Sakura had never seen any killing, and as such was shocked to see her best friend's first kill. Sasuke was now a little angry as Naruto had lied to him about how he activated his Sharingan, but he could also understand that this was Naruto's pain, and as such was Naruto's pain. And also, they were not good friends when he had lied to him. Kurenai was feeling the worst. She could not imagine how painful it must have been for Naruto. She knew as a shinobi they had to kill. She had her first kill when she was 13, and it still haunted her sometimes, and to find out that Naruto had to go through such horrible experience at such a young age broke her heart. She hugged Naruto more tightly. "Thank you," said Naruto honestly, and released the hug much to Kurenai's protest. "Why did you not tell us about this? Did you not trust us?" asked Anko sadly. "No, it was never a matter of trust. That incident was classified by the Hokage. The only people who knew about this were Jiji, Kakashi-san, and me. Jiji had told us not to reveal this until extremely necessary," explained Naruto truthfully. "And you think it was time to tell us the truth?" asked Sakura softly. Yes, I know I have hurt all of you, but please understand that this was something that I didn't want to reveal until the right time. I trust all of you with my life, but this was something personal, and I was also following my orders. But I know I have hurt all of you, and for that I'm extremely sorry," said Naruto and dropped to his knees and bowed in front of all of them. The rest of the team was a little taken back by this reaction. They didn't know how to handle this situation. On one hand, they were sad that Naruto had hidden this truth for so much time, but seeing he trusted them now, and was telling them really put them in a lot of turmoil. "It's alright, Naruto-kun. But please no more secrets," said Sakura, trying to calm down the situation. Naruto just gave a nod. He knew he could not promise such a thing, but right now it was the only option he had. "How strong are you?" asked Sasuke seriously. If he wanted to trust Naruto as a teammate and brother, he had to know some more things about him. "I don't want to boast about my abilities. You all just say what I can do, that's all I have to say," said Naruto seriously. He did not want to show his real strength until very necessary in order to avoid more questions. "Look, Naruto, if you are to be the leader of this team, then we should know everything about you, and you should know everything about us," said Kurenai flatly. She had enough of this secrecy. Anko and Sakura agreed too.
Naruto just sighed. He knew he had to tell them something at least. If his teammates didn't trust him and knew about his abilities, then how would their team be efficient and perform missions?
"Fair enough, I'll tell you my abilities, and you tell me yours," said Naruto seriously. "I'll start first. I am good in learning genjutsu. I also want to learn medical ninjutsu to help my comrades. I am also good with doton ninjutsu. Rest of all my abilities are average," said Sakura, starting the introduction. "I am skilled in fire style ninjutsu and doton jutsu. I don't know much genjutsu, but I'm working on it. I am skilled in the uchiha interceptor fist taijutsu and shuriken jutsu," said Sasuke briefly. "I am skilled in fire style ninjutsu and heavy style taijutsu. My genjutsu skills are average, but I am quite flexible and have speed. I am trained in assassination, recon, infiltration, and interrogation," explained Anko. The others were quite impressed with the skills she had. "I am a genjutsu master and thus skilled in this art. My taijutsu and shuriken jutsu are average. I have a certain affinity on which I am working to learn different ninjutsu. I also know a little fuinjutsu," explained Kurenai. Naruto and the others were quite surprised that she knew fuinjutsu. Everyone then turned towards Naruto, expecting a brief explanation as many of his abilities were highly advanced for a genin. "I am skilled in Suton and Katon ninjutsu. I also am good with futon and know some Raiten ninjutsu. My genjutsu is good. I am proficient in the uchiha interceptor fist and heavy style. I know kenjutsu and fuinjutsu, and I am a little proficient in them," explained Naruto seriously. All the members of Team 7 were shocked to hear this. Naruto was skilled in all the different branches of shinobi arts. "Naruto, this can't be true. You cannot do ninjutsu 4 different affinities efficiently if you don't have those affinities. As far as I know, you are skilled in only fire and water style," argued Anko. She had only seen him perform jutsu of these affinities until now. "That is true, Anko, however I am skilled in these ninjutsu because I have 4 affinities," said Naruto, again shocking the members of Team 7. "What? That's impossible," said Sakura logically. She knew many shinobi had 2, maximum 3. But for one to have 4 affinities was unheard of. "Now I understand why Kakashi adopted you and what you have been doing for all these years. He trained you and Sasuke in the Uchiha Interceptor Fist, while he also trained in you in ninjutsu and your Sharingan. You learned genjutsu from me since past 3 years. You also learned Anko's heavy style, taijutsu. Now the question remains, where did you learn kenjutsu and fuinjutsu? asked Kurenai after briefly giving a logical explanation. That is a very good analysis, Kurenai, and you are right at each point. I learned Kenjutsu and Fuinjutsu from Hokage-sama, said Naruto seriously. He was really good at deceiving people. He could look a person straight in the eyes and could lie to them and make the lie a truth, with his confidence. It was one of his skills which he was not proud of, but as a shinobi, it was necessary. Is that the real truth? Asked Sasuke seriously. Yes, Sasuke, it is, said Naruto without even blinking and looked at Sasuke straight in the eye. Both of them understood what the other was trying to say and nodded respectively. Now I see why the Anbu commander wants you to be in the Black Ops, said Anko, understanding the entire situation. She understood that Anbu and the Hokage must have kept tabs on Naruto and monitored his progress, and he was far skilled than what she had anticipated. Yes, Naruto, if my analysis is correct, you are far stronger than a Chunin, as you defeated all of us easily. I want to know at what level you are, and please, I want the truth this time, requested Kurenai. Her anger had reduced a lot after listening to Naruto's reasons, and they seemed a little logical. It did hurt her, but she could understand him. But more than that, she loved him and wanted to be with him, so she forgave him. I am fit to be in the Anbu if my skills are considered, but I have to show some results in the fields before I am recruited, explained Naruto diplomatically.
Would you join the Anbu, if you are deemed fit? Asked Sakura sadly. She did not want her best friend to get separated from her and Sasuke. Sasuke also nodded, indicating he also wanted answer to that question.
Anko and Kurenai also were waiting patiently for Naruto's answer. Yes, I will join Anbu. It was always my dream to join Anbu, and I hope I am capable for that, said Naruto with a small smile. Even with your Sharingan you can easily make it in the Anbu, said Sasuke with a smirk. All the females looked at Naruto and Sasuke strangely. They were quite suspicious with Sasuke's behavior. They expected him to have some reaction by seeing Naruto's Sharingan, and he was his family, but he was just behaving normally. Sakura wondered when had Naruto and Sasuke become such good friends. At one point they couldn't stand each other, and now they were behaving like brothers. That only meant one thing: Sasuke knew about Naruto's Sharingan from the beginning. Did you know about Naruto's Sharingan? Asked Anko sternly to Sasuke. Naruto and Sasuke looked at each other. Naruto made eye contact with Sasuke and requested him to make up some good excuse, or else Kurenai would kick his ass. Yes, he was training once and I wanted to fight with him. When I arrived at the training ground, I accidentally saw his Sharingan. I then asked him about this, and he had no choice but to tell me the truth. We then talked with the Hokage, and he asked me to keep my mouth closed about this for a while, so I didn't speak about this with anyone, explained Sasuke to the females confidently. Wow, who would have thought he could lie so perfectly? Thanks, Sasuke, thought Naruto with a smirk. Is that so? Asked Sakura with a very sweet voice and cracked her knuckles. There was a dark aura surrounding her.
Both the boys gulped on seeing this. Over these years the three of them had become best friends. They used to hang out together, train together. Naruto even gave them some pointers for their Doden ninjutsu after consulting with Kakashi. Both the boys knew Sakura had changed, but if anyone made her mad it would be hell to pay. Even Sasuke didn't want to piss off Sakura.
She sure has talent. I like this girl, thought Anko with a smirk. Guess Sakura can keep these two idiots in control, thought Kurenai proudly. Yeah, you sure can ask Hokage-sama about this. I'm sure he can explain, said Sasuke, a little nervously. That we will, said Kurenai confidently. Sasuke and Naruto looked at each other. They didn't need words to convey their message. You owe me for this dobe. Thanks, Timmy. I'll make it up to you, I promise. Let's just hope the old geezer can handle 3 pissed-off kunoichi. Somewhere in the Hokage Tower, an old man in cage robes sneezed loudly. Why do I feel as if I am in for great trouble? thought Hiruzen with a little fear. Well, is there any other surprises we should be aware of? Asked Kurenai sweetly. Only that I am a censor, said Naruto quickly. He was a little scared of Kurenai now. You a censor? Don't joke, Gaki, said Anko and laughed. Censors are very rare. You didn't show any such abilities in the academy, said Sakura confidently. He didn't show his Sharingan either, retorted Sasuke. Everyone was surprised when Sakura gave a light bop on Sasuke's head, making a small bump on his head. Acting smartass are we. We'll decide what to do with both of you after talking with the Hokage, said Sakura with a smirk. Damn, she sure can hit hard, thought Sasuke with a frown. Naruto, Kurenai and Anko started laughing loudly. On seeing this, for Naruto it sure was fun to see Sasuke being subdued by Sakura. What are you laughing at, Dobe? Yelled Sasuke angrily. He was a little embarrassed when everyone was laughing at him. It's just funny to see you the emo king being talked down, said Naruto with a chuckle. Is that so? I wonder what would Kurenai do if she found out about your hot springs adventure a little while back, said Sasuke with a devious smile on his face. Naruto started feeling nervous. He and Sasuke were just returning after training until they heard some voices coming from a place. They went there to investigate, and that place was none other than Konoha Hot Springs. Both the boys sure had a good time there. Damn, you teamy, two can play this game, thought Naruto with a smirk. I remember one emo king also tagging along with me, retorted Naruto with a smirk. Sasuke was just about to respond when both the boys felt the air around them getting a lot more colder. They both looked back and saw all the females cracking their knuckles, and with demonic expressions on their faces. Naruto, I think we need to have a little talk, said Kurenai with a dark chuckle. We would also like to hear about your adventure, said Anko very sweetly. Sasuke, Naruto, you're dead, yelled Sakura and cracked her knuckles. Both the boys each other and yelled loudly. Oh shit. The members of Team 7 were sitting in the training ground. They had practiced their teamwork for the past few hours after a little talk which the girls of the teams quite enjoyed. The same couldn't be said for Sasuke and Naruto XD. Their team was a very balanced team. Naruto was very happy to see. Sakura and Kurenai were a good combo in Genjutsu. Kurenai was training Sakura and the girl was quite good with illusions. On the other hand, Sasuke and Naruto were the heavy hitters of the team. Their job was to confront the enemy head-on and face the brute of the attack. They would receive support from Sakura and Kurenai. Anko was their trump card. While the rest of the team would distract the enemy, she could infiltrate enemy positions and assassinate or capture their target. The Hokage had indeed well thought about their abilities and formed this team. They still needed to act more quickly and as a unit, but Naruto was sure that they would be able to do that with a few days of hard work. The training had been quite gruesome and all the members of Team 7 were quite tired. Anko was sleeping on the branches of a tree, while Sakura and Sasuke were sitting under the shade of the tree and were talking about various combination attacks. Naruto and Kurenai were sitting near the lake. Kurenai had cooled down a lot and was now able to understand Naruto and his reasons. She just wanted to say that she was there for him. Naruto looked at Kurenai. He could understand many things had happened today, and he was not sure what Kurenai thought of him now. You hate me now, don't you? Asked Naruto carefully. Why do you think that I hate you? I will never hate you no matter what, said Kurenai, softly with a smile. That won't be possible, Kurenai, thought Naruto sadly. Hey, snap out of it, you sure do space out a lot, joked Kurenai, and chuckled. Naruto felt a little happy on seeing Kurenai happy. These were the moments that he would cherish his entire life. No matter what path he would choose, or how he would meet his end, or who would kill him for his crimes, it didn't matter. No matter what happens, Kurenai, I will always love you, said Naruto silently. Unfortunately, Kurenai's listening skills were sharp, and she heard what Naruto said. "Do you really mean that?" asked Kurenai shakily. How she wished those words were true. She loved everything about Naruto. Who wouldn't love this type of guy? He was handsome, kind, and cared for his friends. He was a strong shinobi, and most of all, he loved her for what she was. "Huh?" asked Naruto innocently. He suddenly felt himself caught. He realized his tongue had slipped up, and he was in trouble. "Naruto, you don't want to do this," advised Kurama sternly. "I know, Kurama, but I just can't live without her. She is my world. Haven't I sacrificed enough for this village? I watched my closest friends die one after one in front of my eyes en route. My brother died to save me. I endured all that pain, all for what? Can't I have right to deserve some happiness before going down on my dark path that doesn't have a future? I am human in the end, and I love her more than anything in this whole goddamn world," yelled Naruto. He couldn't bear this. His heart was already broken. How much lies had he said? How much sins had he done so far?
With great power comes great sacrifice, Naruto. I cannot understand what you are feeling now because I am not human and I am not you. But think, said Kurama but was cut off.
"Please, Kurama, don't say anything anymore. I just want to live a few moments as per my own free will," said Naruto sadly. "Very well," said Kurama seriously. If Naruto wanted to do this, then he wouldn't stop him. The Biju also knew what the boy had gone through. Route was hell, and when Naruto entered it, he didn't know that. Naruto had watched many of his comrades with whom he had trained in front of his eyes, one by one. Those who survived suffered a fate worse than death. They were just reduced to mindless drones with no memories of their past. How would a person feel when his comrade didn't even remember him? Then one final act sealed the deal. With Shin's death by Naruto's hands, he was broken. He was very good at deception, so no one could look past his false mask. Not even Kurenai, or the ones closest to him. He had been carrying such pain for 3 years. All these traumas had turned him into a pacifist. He just didn't want any more bloodshed. He had seen enough death for one such young. Even after all of this, he was willing to sacrifice himself to save the village. But Kurama could understand that Naruto loved Kurenai more than anything. It was the cursed fate of the Uchiha clan. Kurama knew if Naruto didn't let out his feelings, he would break down, and nothing was more dangerous than a broken Uchiha. "Do you love me, Naruto?" asked Kurenai again. Her voice was more desperate than before. "Fuck it all. I just can't die without telling her how I feel," thought Naruto angrily. "Yes, I love you, Kurenai. You mean everything in the world to me. You were always by my side, helping me, guiding me. You were there for me as a friend, teacher, and many more things. Whenever I was sad, you would cheer me up. When I lost hope and wanted to give up, but you believed in me. I love you more than anything. You didn't even care what the villagers thought about you, and continued to stand by my side. I just want to say this. You don't have to love me, or even accept me. But from here on out, no matter what happens, I will always love you," said Naruto and gave Kurenai the biggest smile. Kurenai's eyes widened on hearing everything that Naruto had said. In truth, she loved him with all her heart. She didn't give a rat's ass about their age difference or what the villagers might think of them. And now that Naruto had confessed his love for her, she became very happy. Naruto was patiently waiting for Kurenai's answer. In truth, no matter what answer she gave him, he loved her with all his heart. The reply he got was quite interesting. Kurenai slowly came in front of him. She then gently removed his face mask completely. Kurenai was shocked to see Naruto's face. It was as if she was looking at the Yondaime Hokage himself. The only difference was Naruto's hair were a little more silkier than the fourth. "He just looks like the fourth," thought a shocked Kurenai. She indeed had her suspicions, but after seeing his face, her belief was getting a lot more stronger that Naruto was related to the fourth. Naruto felt a little vulnerable as Kurenai had removed his face mask. It had been close to 9 years since he had wore it. He never took it off. He didn't even remember when was the last time he saw his entire face in the mirror. But he didn't have time to think any further as he was hastily tackled to the ground by Kurenai. She was now right on top of him with her gorgeous hair falling on his body. Their lips were just an inch apart from each other. Naruto could feel her breath, and one look in her eyes showed him what Kurenai felt. I love you too with all my heart. You are precious to me. With you I can be myself. You were always there for me, encouraged me to become a Junin, supported me during harsh times. With you I feel safe. You make me feel wanted, said Kurenai with a true smile. Naruto's heart melted on seeing her smile. To him it was one of the most beautiful things in the world. But what would the villagers think about us? Asked Naruto sadly. He didn't mind what others thought about them, but Kurenai was a proud and respected kunoichi of the village. She had worked hard to achieve such feat, and he didn't have the best reputation in the village. Naruto didn't want to get in the way of Kurenai's dreams. I don't care about it anymore. When I had first kissed you, I was having these doubts about what others may think about me. But then I realized you mean everything to me. You are the man with whom I would like to spend my entire life with and have a family, said Kurenai happily. Family? Asked Naruto sadly. He too wished to have a family one day. A lovely wife, few kids, and a nice peaceful home where he could spend the rest of his life in peace. But that dream could never be reality. You don't want a family with me? Asked Kurenai in a hurt voice. No, I do want a family with you. But I am nothing but trash. Kurenai, I don't deserve your love. I wasn't able to reveal my identity to you. I thought you would leave me when you would know the truth. I was scared I just couldn't lose you. I don't know what I would do without you. For me, you are my world. But I lied to you, and for that, I am sorry, said Naruto sadly with few tears in his eyes. It had been so long since he wanted to let Kurenai know his true feelings for her. Don't talk like that. I admit I was hurt that you lied to me, but I forgive you because I love you more than anything. And you are not trash. If I ever hear those words from your mouth again, I would kick your ass, joked Kurenai and chuckled. Hi, said Naruto happily. This was what he always wanted. Now you're mine, Naruto-kun, said Kurenai with a seductive grin on her angelic face. Kurenai then immediately wrapped her arms around Naruto's neck and slowly brought her lips onto Naruto's lips and kissed him deeply. Naruto was a bit startled by this sudden kiss, but he relaxed and wrapped his arms around Kurenai's back and held her more tightly. He then kissed her back more passionately. Both of them were enjoying kissing each other. Naruto was getting a lot more aggressive, and Kurenai liked that. She allowed him more access to her mouth. Their tongues were dancing wildly with each other. They continued kissing each other for quite a while. Both of them were feeling a lot more happy. They could feel that they were perfect for each other, and loved each other more than anything. Fortunately, the rest of the team were quite a distance away, so they didn't notice the couple's little make-out session. Kurenai then broke the kiss after some time. She then gently kissed Naruto on his cheek, leaving a red mark. She gave him a lovely smile. I love you, Naruto-kun. I love you too, Kurenai-chan. They both kissed each other again. They both were so busy in their own world that they didn't notice a pair of hateful lavender eyes looking at them from a distance. Naruto-kun will be mine. Chapter 11. Assemble. It had been 3 weeks since the formation of Team 7. For the past 3 weeks, life had changed for all the members of Team 7. They were all quite shocked when Naruto displayed his leadership capabilities and made them run through many different teamwork exercises. He also helped every member of his team in improving their personal skills. Naruto helped Anko in improving her taijutsu. When she started sparring with Naruto, he easily evaded her attacks with his Sharingan and gave her tough hits. Naruto realized that the Hebi-style taijutsu was ineffective against a Sharingan wielder. Hebi style depends on evading the enemy attacks quickly and counterattacking with tremendous speed, but in a fight against someone with Sharingan, it was pointless. As a result, he had increased her training weights in order to increase her speed. With Kurenai, he helped her with her water affinity. She sure had a lot of talent with water. In a span of 3 weeks, she had already learned 5 ninjutsu of this affinity. She was quite amazed that Naruto's control over water was on a totally different level. Sasuke and Naruto trained together. Naruto trained Sasuke in his Sharingan Genjutsu. He also helped him with the Uchiha Interceptor Fist and helped him learn a fire-style ninjutsu. Naruto helped Sakura in improving her stamina and taijutsu. Her chakra control was on par with Kurenai. As a result, she was able to learn Genjutsu. Naruto only knew some basic first aid, medical ninjutsu, and he taught Sakura that. To his surprise, she was far more skilled and adept than Naruto in that art. Officially, she was now the medic of the team. Sakura also had a unique talent which no one in the team had, not even Naruto. She was skilled in archery. Sakura's father was a chunin, and he had taught his daughter this art to help her and make her strong. Naruto found this ability to be extremely beneficial for the team. Anko and Kurenai had made Sasuke and Sakura accept that they will have to kill during missions. Anko was an interrogator, and as such knew how the human mind works. She skillfully eased Sakura's hesitation. All in all, Team 7 was now ready to perform operations as a special combat unit. So we found Team 7 standing in front of the Hokage ready for their first mission. Team 7 reporting for duty. Hokage-sama, said Naruto sincerely. He was in his chunin vest and had a sword strapped on his back. His face was hidden by his face mask. I'm glad that your team is now operational. I have a mission which would require your specific skills, said Hiruzen, seriously. What is the mission, Hokage-sama? Asked Naruto curiously. The rest of the members were silently listening to the conversation. It was a habit that only the team leader could speak for the team. I have been getting reports of several abduction cases in our towns and villages near the border of Water Country. Kiri is in a civil war right now, and as a result many of their shinobi have taken this opportunity and have gone rogue. Specifically, 2 of these shinobi are behind these abductions, explained Hiruzen briefly. Do we have any identification on these culprits? Asked Naruto sternly. Yes, they are Taro Kisaragi and Sasame Kisaragi. They both are B-ranked missing nin of Kiri. From our reports they are running a gang of bandits, said Hiruzen. From what information we have, they seem to be related to each other? And what type of people are they abducting from our country? Asked Naruto, curiously. Women and children, said Hiruzen angrily. The rest of the team flinched a little when they heard Hiruzen's harsh tone, but they could understand why he was so angry. So we have a crazy band of brother and sister, missing women and children, less time to save them, and a large number of bandits, led by 2 B-ranked missing nin. In our way, explained Naruto. The rest of the team looked at him as if he was crazy, saying all of this as if it was a joke, but what they didn't know that he had already performed missions more dangerous than this. Yes, that sums it up. Our estimates say there are 80 bandits, but there can be more. You will not receive any reinforcements. You're on your own. Get the job done in 2 days, commanded Hiruzen. We will take care of the enemy and rescue the hostages, Hokage-sama, said Naruto confidently. He had faith in his team. Also, you will be joined by another shinobi for this mission, said Hiruzen, surprising Naruto. Can you tell us the reason for this, Hokage-sama? My team is more than capable to handle the enemy, argued Naruto curtly. Yes, that may be true, but the enemy camp is located in the mountains. That place is highly unstable, and many times people have got lost. While you are a censor and as such you can find the way. But we don't have time. If we delay, the hostages will be out of our reach, explained Hiruzen briefly. Who is this new member? Asked Sakura curiously. She just couldn't resist to know who this person was. Naruto just sighed. He knew sometimes he couldn't stop people from asking questions. He too was curious. It may be better if she introduces herself, said Hiruzen. The door to the office opened, and to everyone's surprise and Naruto's disappointment, it was Hinata. Naruto liked Hinata as a friend, but as a kunoichi he doubted her resolve. In this mission, there was going to be a lot of bloodshed, and for a kind girl like Hinata it will be horrible. Even he and Anko had to drill in Sakura's head for 3 weeks to make her accept killing. Hello, said Hinata meekly. She blushed when she saw Naruto but gave harsh glare to Kurenai. Naruto and Kurenai raised an eyebrow on such actions. Naruto just shook his head and Kurenai understood his message. Hinata, have you been briefed about the mission? Asked Naruto seriously. Yes, Naruto-kun said. Hinata shyly. Welcome aboard, said Naruto with a small smile. The least he could do was make the girl comfortable, so he could handle her. I hope your mission is a success, said Hiruzen with a smile. All the shinobi bowed to the Hokage and the team then looked to Naruto. Alright, we will assemble at the North Gate in 10 minutes, pack light. Hinata, since you are new to the team, I'll say this now. You will do what I say when I tell you to jump. You ask how high. When I ask you to kill someone, you will do it without any hesitation or remorse. Am I clear? Asked Naruto loudly. Hinata flinched a little when she heard Naruto's harsh tone. She and the other rookies were quite surprised when they heard he was made Chunin, but everyone accepted it except Kiba, who was jealous. But the Naruto that was standing before her was completely different. Kill? Asked Hinata with a little fear. Kakashi had just not trained them enough and prepared them to kill, saying that it would be time before they went on such missions. But it looked like it would be early. It will be all right, we have your back, said Sakura softly. She was in the same boat as Hinata a few days back, but Anko was very harsh and made her accept to kill. Look, Hinata, it may sound cold, but we work as a team. If you hesitate, it may put the others in jeopardy. I am the leader of this team, and as such all of your lives are my responsibility, said Naruto softly. His training en route had indeed made him very strict when it came to missions. The punishments he had suffered for hesitating were far less tolerable. Hi, said Hinata a little confidently. All the others nodded and left the room with their shunsen. Hinata was quite surprised by this. She turned around and saw the Hokage having an amused smile on his face. Realizing she was getting late, she hurried to her home to get her gear. You are a good leader, Naruto. Soft, gentle, but also strict when it matters, thought Hiruzen proudly. Weninis. 30-30. 30-30. Northern Gates. All the members of the newly formed Team 7 were standing at the gates in full battle gear. All right, since everyone is ready, started Naruto, but then he saw Hinata was having a bag on her back. He frowned on seeing this. Doesn't she know a basic sealing technique? I guess Kakashi didn't consider her ready to teach it, thought Naruto. Hinata, why do you have a bag on your back? Asked Naruto seriously. It has my battle gear and supplies, said Hinata with a blush. Kurenai-chan, please help her out, said Naruto softly to Kurenai. Kurenai gave a warm smile in return. The rest of the team had a little smile on their face. They had told their team about their relationship. Sasuke and Sakura were a little surprised by this, but were happy for Naruto, while Anko teased him about having a taste in older women. Hinata was furious by this. Why did Naruto think she needed that bitch's help? All right, Hinata, give me your bag, requested Kurenai. Naruto had told her that she had a crush on him, so she was trying to be gentle as the girl was new to the team. I'm fine, Kurenai-san, said Hinata curtly. Hinata, that wasn't an offer, it was an order, said Kurenai firmly. She wouldn't tolerate insubordination in her team. Hinata roughly gave her the bag. Kurenai then took out a scroll from her pouch. Hinata was quite surprised when her bag was sealed in the scroll. How did you do it? Asked a surprised Hinata. Enough talk, we need to get moving, said Naruto sternly. They didn't have any time for idle chat. What should be our formation, Naruto-kun? Asked Sakura curiously. Hinata will be in the front and will scan the area for enemy and the correct path to the enemy camp, instructed Naruto, and Hinata gave a nod. Sasuke will be on the left flank and I will be on the right. Our job is to protect Hinata, said Naruto, and Sasuke agreed. Hinata blushed a little when Naruto said he would protect her. Sakura, you are the medic of the team. You shall be in the center. Anko will be in the back and will cover you and us, said Naruto, and both the females agreed. "Kurenai, you will be our trump card. You know what to do," said Naruto with a smile. Kurenai came forward and gave him a soft kiss on his cheeks. Naruto blushed a little. "Bitch, stay away from my Naruto-kun," thought a furious Hinata, who was clenching her hands tightly. Meizaiga Kore no Jutsu, hiding with camouflage technique. Kurenai quickly performed the hand signs and camouflaged herself. It was Naruto's plan in any case they got ambushed. One member could surprise the enemy and attack them or fall back and get reinforcements. "Let's go," said Naruto firmly. "Right," said the team in unison. Team 7 had started moving towards the target in the formation which Naruto wanted. It had been a few minutes and there was no presence of any hostiles. Hinata was already scanning the area since the last few minutes, but there was something wrong. Naruto saw her eyes were getting strained and as such decided to find out. "Hinata, are you all right?" asked Naruto in a concerned voice. "Hi, I'm fine," said Hinata in a strained voice. She was trying to give a smile, but Naruto saw her smile was fake. Her eyes are straining. Running towards the target and maintaining her Byakugan at the same time is taxing. Her chakra level and stamina are very pitiful for a person with a Kekai Genkai, thought Naruto with a frown. "Hinata, deactivate your Byakugan. You don't have the stamina. Gather your strength back and don't even think about opposing it. I am the team leader, and I don't want any member of my team collapsing from chakra depletion before our fight with the enemy," commanded Naruto firmly. "I couldn't even live up to Naruto-kun's expectations. I'm a failure just like Tusan had said," thought a sad Hinata. "Naruto, can you give us more information about the enemy?" asked Sasuke curiously. Taro was a Chunin, and so was his sister Sasame. Both of them are skilled in water style, and Taro is skilled in Kenjutsu. In the bingo book it was mentioned that Sasame was skilled in Genjutsu, explained Naruto briefly. "Then, that would make me the best choice to fight her," said a camouflaged Kurenai. "Yes, you will be the best opponent for her. Your Genjutsu skills are one of the finest in our village. I believe you can handle her," complimented Naruto with a smile. Kurenai blushed, but fortunately she was camouflaged. "We should increase our speed and reach the target quickly. It would be good opportunity to attack them at night. Today will be new moon, so it can work as our advantage," suggested Naruto. "That can also work against us," advised Anko. "Anko-san is correct, Naruto. Only Hinata's Bakugan could see clearly in such darkness. You and Sasuke-kun could also manage. But it would be very difficult for the rest of us," said Sakura a little worriedly. "I have the proper gear, so you don't need to worry about that. Now let's speed up, we must reach the target in 5 hours," said Naruto, and the others nodded. "Wintry Nariel, 30 Sari, 30 Surd." Few hours later, the team had reached the outskirts of the mountains behind which the enemy camp was located. They had been traveling continuously for the past few hours. It was already evening, and the team was a little tired. "We'll make camp here, rest up for a few hours. I'll make clones to keep guard. We'll be moving at midnight," instructed Naruto. Everyone nodded a little tiredly. Sakura and Hinata instantly sat down as they were pretty much exhausted. Meanwhile, Anko and Kurenai were talking about something. Naruto formed 20 shadow clones and sent them in different directions to keep guard. Sasuke was sitting alone. He had a perplexed look on his face. Naruto got curious and went to find out what was troubling his brother. "What's on your mind?" asked Naruto silently, and sat beside Sasuke. Sasuke looked at Naruto for a while. Naruto was the only family he had left. He had always been there for him and understood him as a person, and they both had shared similar pain. Naruto was the person whom he trusted the most in the village. "How strong am I?" asked Sasuke silently and looked at the sky. "Honestly, you have come a long way. You are easily a Chunin-level shinobi. The reason you have developed your skills so quickly is because you want to protect your friends. You may not admit it, but I know you do care a lot about Sakura and the team," explained Naruto briefly.
Sasuke's eyes widened on hearing this. He thought he had hidden his feelings well. Sakura and Naruto were precious to him. He was even starting to accept Anko and Kurenai.
You can see through my deception, asked a shocked Sasuke. These eyes of mine see everything, Sasuke. I'm an uchiha too, so I can understand you better, said Naruto deeply. You know, I always want to become like you, said Sasuke with a short smile. Naruto had a pained look in his eyes. He too cared about Sasuke. He was his family. Sasuke, I'll tell you this once. Don't follow my path. There is nothing but loneliness and pain. Become a man who would protect his friends and village, just like your parents would want you to become, said Naruto seriously. But you are everyone's hope. People look up to you. I look up to you. Why are you saying all this? Asked Sasuke a little loudly. A little fear had started to build in his mind, the memories of that night coming back with full force. I am following a path where you can't follow. Sasuke, I want you to promise me one thing, requested Naruto in a soft voice. What is it? Asked Sasuke doubtfully. He didn't know what was going in Naruto's life. No matter what happens, Sasuke, protect the village and revive our clan. You are the hope of the Uchiha clan, and take care of our team, said Naruto sadly. Naruto, what's the problem? Asked Sasuke desperately. Naruto looked at Sasuke through pained eyes. What should he do? Should I tell him? By telling him would things change? I guess there is no point now, thought Naruto deeply. Sasuke was just about to ask the question again when Anko suddenly jumped in front of them. Naruto, I need to talk to you now, said Anko sternly. Naruto gave a nod and followed Anko, leaving behind a desperate Sasuke. Something is wrong, thought Sasuke worriedly. Naruto, while I'm sure about our team handling the enemy, I'm not sure about the Hyuga, said Anko doubtfully. Kurenai stepped beside Anko. They both were experienced Chunin, and as such knew Hinata wasn't ready for all the killing. She is too shy and kind. Maybe if we had more time we could have drilled it into her head like Sakura. Right now if she steps in the battlefield, she may not be ready, and as a result it would put her life in danger. The enemy already have great numbers in comparison to us. We don't need any of our team member getting captured or killed in such situation, explained Kurenai briefly. But if we don't allow her to fight, we lose our strength. Our information about the enemy may be wrong. There could be more than 80 bandits. But, you're right. Instead of using her in the offense, we shall use her as a support, suggested Naruto. What do you have in mind? Asked Kurenai, curiously. Anko, you are skilled in infiltration. After we collect information about the enemy, I want you to rescue the hostages while the rest of us will distract the enemy. You will need help in protecting those hostages and finding your way in dark. Hinata can assist you in protecting the hostages and getting you out of there with the help of her Bakugan, said Naruto analytically. But would leave you four to deal with the enemy force alone, said Anko seriously. She didn't want any of them to get hurt. All of them were precious to her, even Sasuke. Yes, that is why I want you to be as quick as possible. Our success will depend on how fast you will be able to provide us assistance, said Naruto firmly. I guess you are right. I'll leave the hostages with the Hyuga, and will try my best to assist you quickly, said Anko softly. That's all I ask, said Naruto with a grateful smile. I'll go check on Sakura and Hinata. Make sure they are ready, suggested Anko. Naruto and Kurenai nodded, and Anko went towards both the girls. You okay? Asked Kurenai softly, and hugged Naruto from the back. Let's go somewhere else, said Naruto tiredly. He saw Hinata eyeing them strangely. Kurenai saw that too, and they both shunned away. Why can't Naruto-kun see that I love him? Thought a dejected Hinata. Hinata! Snap. What? Asked Hinata fearfully. Listen, girl, this isn't a picnic. We are in enemy territory. We have a mission to complete. Frankly, you are not fit for the mission at all. The only thing you are useful is guiding the team. So listen to me carefully. You and I are going to rescue the hostages. If I find you hesitating or distracted, I'll kill you myself," said Anko furiously, and leaked her key, making Hinata cower with fear. Anko had enough with the girl's fangirl habits. Lives were at stake here. "Please calm down, Anko-san. I'm sure Hinata will do all right," said Sakura calmly. She was trying to calm down the tension. She knew Anko was short-tempered and had made it very clear to her. "Sakura, make sure she understands," said Anko with a frown and walked away. Sakura looked at Hinata's fearful face and sighed. "Guess it's going to be a long chat. When are you gonna know? Dirty wine." Naruto and Kurenai were sitting in a field. Kurenai was resting on Naruto's shoulders. There was pitch-black darkness as there was no moon in the sky. Naruto was looking at the sky with his Sharingan ablaze. It was as if he was searching for something. "You know, you look very handsome with your Sharingan," said Kurenai with a small blush. "Your ruby eyes are more beautiful than my Sharingan," said Naruto with a smile. Kurenai then leaned a bit and kissed Naruto gently. Naruto happily kissed her back. Kurenai's lips were so soft and delicious that he just couldn't resist kissing her. Naruto then gently pushed Kurenai a little, making himself get on top of her. He kissed her cheeks, then her ears. He then slowly started kissing her neck. Kurenai was moaning loudly. Naruto's kisses were making her a lot more aroused and excited. She then gently started exploring her hands on Naruto's chest and unzipped his Chunin vest. Naruto smiled a little. He then decided to do something unexpected. He gently gave a soft bite on Kurenai's neck, earning a loud moan from her. It wasn't an animalistic bite, but was just a simple hickey. "Ah," moaned Kurenai loudly as Naruto again gave her a hickey. Naruto then gently put his hands on Kurenai's breasts. He hesitated a little and looked at Kurenai, asking for her approval to touch her. She gave a warm smile to him and he gently caressed her right breast. "It feels so good," moaned Kurenai with pleasure. She really liked when Naruto was making love to her. Deciding to return the favor, she then gently took off his Chunin flak jacket and the black shirt beneath it. She started kissing his chest gently, sending jolts of pleasure through Naruto's entire body.
She then gently started kissing his neck. Naruto was in a world of pleasure. He loved the feeling of Kurenai's soft lips kissing his neck. He was quite surprised when she gently gave him a hickey too. She then gently started kissing his neck. Naruto was in a world of pleasure. He loved the feeling of Kurenai's soft lips kissing his neck. He was quite surprised when she gently gave him a hickey too.
Kurenai's hands then slowly reached towards Naruto's pants. Realizing where this was heading, he then gently grasped her hand. "What's wrong?" asked Kurenai, confusedly. "This isn't the time. We should get back with the team. I'm sorry I got carried away," said Naruto with a sheepish smile. "You're right. We should get back. You shouldn't be sorry. It was I who started it. Besides, I enjoyed it a lot," said Kurenai with a naughty look in her eyes. "I enjoyed it too," said Naruto with a warm smile. He then gently put on his black shirt, hiding his well-toned chest, much to Kurenai's displeasure. He chuckled on seeing that look on her face. If they weren't on a mission, he wouldn't have stopped. Only he knew how much he had to restrain himself from just taking Kurenai right there. She was a true goddess. Her beauty was unparalleled. It was as if every part of her body was just perfect. "Should stop perverted ideas," thought Naruto firmly and shook his head. He then offered his hand to Kurenai and made her stand up. She got up and gently kissed his lips one last time before he put his face mask back on. They both started walking back towards the team. Kurenai had a few questions in mind and thought now was the time to ask them. "Naruto, do you and Hinata have a past?" asked Kurenai doubtfully. As far as she knew, Naruto had not been in any kind of romantic relationship before. "No," was Naruto's simple reply. "Then why does she always glares when I'm close to you?" "I think she has more than a crush on you," suggested Kurenai. "That's because she wants to be in the place you are in," said Naruto curtly. You haven't tried to convey it to her that you don't like her that way? Asked Kurenai. Curiously. It's different, Kurenai-chan. Hinata has always admired me since the academy. She would do whatever I say, would listen to anything I say. She admires me so much that her admiration has become something more. I am not blind to her feelings, but I just don't like her type of girls, explained Naruto briefly. He was being honest with Kurenai about Hinata. If there was any other man in your place, they would have bagged her long ago, said Kurenai analytically. If you look at it that way, suppose I would have ended up in a relationship with her. It wouldn't have any future. She is the heiress of the Hyuga clan. That clan preserves their Byakugan to death. They even sacrifice their own siblings for that. They wouldn't let any outsider marry one of their clan lest the clan heiress. They will preserve their Kekai Genkai, so chance of me and Hinata ending up as a married couple would be impossible, explained Naruto briefly.
Kurenai was a little surprised by what Naruto had said. What he said made complete sense. Even if he did love Hinata, there was no way he could end up with her, as the Hyuga clan wouldn't allow that in order to save their Byakugan.
The Uchiha clan did allow some people to enter their clan, but only those of noble blood. However, the Hyuga were such stuck-up pricks that they branded members of their family with seals, and made them branch family members in order to protect the main branch. In the history of the clan, there was not a single incident when an outsider was allowed to marry someone from the clan. So, Hinata's wish in real life would only be wishful thinking on her part. Her dream could never be a reality. Besides, I don't love Hinata, I love you. I do care about her, but only as a friend. I don't want to break her heart, so I am not telling her straight away that I don't like girls like her as my partner. Maybe one day she will realize this herself, said Naruto seriously. I understand, said Kurenai calmly. The couple just remained silent on the rest of the way, instead were enjoying the calm night. They both arrived at their camp and saw the entire team was ready in their battle gear. They had rested for quite some time. Naruto put his hand in his pouch and took out 5 ration bars. Anko and Kurenai got the message, while the younger members were curious. What's this, Naruto? Is that a ration bar? Asked Sakura curiously. Yes, it is. It will help you all to replenish the energy you have lost. It'll taste like shit, though, said Naruto with a chuckle. He then tossed the 5 ration bars to his team. He and Kurenai had already taken them. He watched in amusement when Sasuke, Sakura, and Hinata took their first bite. Sakura and Hinata instantly threw it up, while Sasuke's eyebrows were twitching. My, someone sure didn't like it, joked Anko mischievously. Eat up fast, we don't have much time, commanded Naruto. Aye, said the 3 irritatingly. Anko had already eaten her share. She and Kurenai were Junin and were used to this, but it was fun to see the look on the new Genin's faces. After a few moments, the team was finally ready, and were now standing in a circle waiting patiently for Naruto's orders. Alright, right now we have the information that there are supposedly a force of 80 bandits led by a 2 Shunin-ranked missing ninja from Kiri. Both of them are brother and sister. Taro is skilled in water ninjutsu and kenjutsu, while Sasame is skilled in water ninjutsu and genjutsu. The number of hostages they have are currently uncertain. Is this much clear? Asked Naruto seriously. Hai replied, all of them in unison. Now, before we attack the enemy, I want to reconfirm this information. So we are going to split up in pairs with the objective of collecting more information of the enemy, explained Naruto briefly. But Naruto-kun, we already have the information given by Hokage-sama. It must be efficient, argued Hinata. That may be true, but it is better to have no information at all rather than having wrong information. Trust me on this, requested Naruto. I trust you, said Hinata with a smile. Now, Anko and Hinata, I want you two to scout out the enemy camps. Your primary objective is to locate the hostages and try to find out the exact number of hostages. Hinata, I want you to do your best. I am putting my faith in you. Do whatever Anko says, instructed Naruto. I won't let you down, said Hinata a little confidently. I'm holding you to that now, Sasuke and Sakura, said Naruto and looked at the two genin. What do you need us to do? Asked Sasuke seriously. I want you two to find out about the enemy's front line defense and a vantage point, said Naruto analytically. Vantage point? Asked Sakura confusedly. Yes, I have a plan in mind, and for that you need to find such position. I and Kurenai will get all the information regarding all the enemy fortifications, said Naruto seriously. But for that, you will have to infiltrate the camp, said Sasuke firmly. Not necessarily, said Naruto, and performed a couple of hand signs. Those hand signs, thought Anko and Kurenai in shock as they recognized what jutsu Naruto was doing. Kushiozen no jutsu. Black marking appeared in the ground and there was a puff of smoke. When the smoke disappeared, everyone was shocked of what they saw. There was a large black crow about the size of a medium tree standing in front of the team. Well, I guess that takes care of that problem, said Naruto, a little sheepishly with a nervous chuckle. You have a summoning contract? Said the entire team in shock. Even Hinata didn't stutter. Kind of, said Naruto nervously. Well, now is not the time for such questions. We'll talk about this later. Let's get moving, suggested Sasuke, but he gave a firm gaze to Naruto, saying he would like to have an explanation later. Sasuke and Naruto were best friends, so in a way Sasuke considered it his right to know things which were going on in Naruto's life to some extent. Naruto knew if he didn't want to say how he got the contract, then Sasuke wouldn't push it, but he would at least try to ask once, and Naruto was sure about that. Thanks, Sasuke thought, relieved. Naruto. Sasuke and Sakura went of their own way, while Hinata and Anko went to fulfill their objective, leaving Naruto and Kurenai alone. Naruto turned around and saw Kurenai looking at him a little expectantly.
Well, would you like to tell me how you have a crow contract, Naruto? Asked Kurenai calmly. She had understood from her mistake. Naruto had some rights to hide some very personal information, and she had decided she would just not lash out at him like before.
This contract was given to me on the condition that I wouldn't reveal from how, where, or who gave me the contract. I had made a promise to that person, so I cannot tell you. I'm sorry, said Naruto apologetically. Danzo had warned him not to tell anyone how he got the contract, and he was doing just that because if he answered one question, many would follow. You don't trust me? Asked Kurenai sadly. No. I do trust you with my life, but I cannot break my promise to that person. I never go back on my word. Have I ever asked you about that mission which almost sent you into depression a few years back? Said Naruto calmly. Kurenai remembered the mission with Yakumo. Naruto had never even asked once what did she do. He understood her. He knew he could easily convince her to let her feelings out, but he didn't do that. He understood her and gave her some personal space. Guess I should return the favor, thought. It's a right, I understand, said Kurenai with a smile. Thank you, Kurenai-chan, said Naruto gratefully. Now let's finish this mission, said Kurenai seriously. Right, said Naruto. Both of them then hopped on the crow and took off in the air in order to complete their objective. Weninis. 30-30. 30-30. 2 hours later.
The entire team was assembled back at the camp. Everyone had completed their objectives and were eager to report what they had found.
All right, so did everyone accomplish their objectives? Asked Naruto firmly. Everyone nodded. Naruto then motioned for Anko to speak, as their first priority were the hostages. There are 10 hostages, 6 women and 4 kids. The women are in a very bad condition. You know what I mean, said Anko a little angrily. Hinata was still shocked after what she had seen in that camp. Those women were given the worst treatment ever, and were raped. I see. Where are they located? Asked Naruto harshly. He would make those scum pay. To do such things to women were despicable for him. Eastern side of the camp, 3rd tent from the left. The kids are in the next tent. Also, there are 70 bandits and not 80. Our estimates were wrong, said Anko seriously. Good job, Anko Hinata.
There is a large 20-feet wall in front of the camp. It has been heavily fenced and electricity runs through the fence to prevent any form of escape from the prisoners. There are roughly 15 guards guarding the gate, explained Sasuke briefly.
Also, we have found a vantage point on the north side, although it is a little high and it would be very difficult to see in such darkness, said Sakura doubtfully. Nice job, Sasuke, Sakura-chan. Don't worry, I have the gear we need, assured Naruto, and both the genin nodded. Now we have scouted the entire camp and different routes of escape. The results are not much good, said Kurenai seriously. What have you got? Asked Anko, curiously. The entire camp is surrounded by high walls. Even if we manage to destroy the wall and try to rescue the hostages, we don't have many routes, said Naruto strategically. How so? Asked Sakura curiously. On the southern side, there are dense forests where you could get easily lost with the hostages. We did aerial recon and the place is like a maze. So that route is impossible for rescue, explained Naruto. What about the western and the northern side? Asked Sasuke, curiously. They aren't any good either. The main enemy force is on the northern side, so we cannot evacuate the hostages from that path. While the eastern side is too sloppy and the hostages are civilian, so we cannot take them from that route either, explained Kurenai briefly. So that leaves only the eastern side, said Anko as she understood the entire scenario. Yes. Although it is the easiest way for escape, the enemy may have set traps, so you will have to be very careful, suggested Naruto. So what's the plan? Asked Kurenai, curiously. Naruto then took out a scroll, and when he unsealed it, the others were quite surprised and curious on what they saw. There were 5 sets of goggles and 6 sets of communication devices. Now, one of you take these communication devices. It will keep us in contact. These goggles are a special type of goggles. They are able to read the thermal heat energy which is released from a person's body. This will help you to locate the enemy. Now, Anko and Hinata will rescue the hostages. Everyone else in that camp is hostile, explained Naruto in detail. Such gear must be very costly, Naruto. I haven't seen such goggles before, said Anko curiously. It's because they are recently developed by our village's research and development, our branch. We are a special team, so the Hokage has given the first issue to us. Since Hinata has the Byakugan, her eyes are more than capable for seeing in such darkness. Am I right? Asked Naruto calmly. Aye, said Hinata in a low voice. Naruto then showed them how to operate the equipments. Everyone was quite amazed by their effectiveness and how easy they were to operate. Now, how many exploding tags do we have? Asked Naruto curiously. 20, replied Sakura. It was her responsibility to check the team's supplies, and she had made sure that they had enough battle gear. All right, Sakura. You take 15 exploding tags while the rest of us will take 1 each, instructed Naruto seriously. What do you want us to do? Asked Sasuke seriously. This was his first mission, and he won't let anyone down. He had worked very hard to make himself strong in order to protect his team. Sakura, you will take position at that vantage point. Your primary objective is to cover Anko and Hinata through your archery while they rescue the hostages. You will also have to take out the sentries on the eastern side, and with the help of these exploding tags, you will destroy the wall and cover their escape. Some of the hostages are injured, so after they have been rescued, you will retreat and join the hostages and will heal the injured. After that, you will protect the hostages with Hinata, explained Naruto in detail. Understood. But shouldn't I also cover you guys? Asked Sakura a little worriedly. Do if you get the chance, but your main objective is the hostages' safety, said Naruto calmly. He knew she was anxious, and as such was keeping her calm. No matter how much training they did, a first mission was always very important for genin. Right, said Sakura confidently. The enemy has the strength in numbers, but we have something that they will never have. Stealth, explained Naruto. Everyone understood what Naruto was trying to say. Ninja don't go in with flashy jutsu most of the time. We are known for our stealth, said Naruto confidently. Hinata was hesitating a lot. She was scared of dying on this mission. She couldn't die before she lets him know her feelings and ends up with him. Naruto saw the look in Hinata's eyes and sighed. Hinata, don't hesitate. If you win, you live. If you lose, you die. But if you don't fight, you will never win, said Naruto harshly. Hinata just gave a small nod in return. We will turn their numbers against them, advised Kurenai sagely. Genjutsu, said Sakura on realizing what Kurenai meant. I guess we would be the ones who would face the enemy from the front, isn't it, Naruto? Asked Sasuke with a smirk. Right, but only stealth? The enemy must never know what hit them, replied Naruto curtly, and Sasuke nodded. Let's do this, said Anko with a mad grin on her face. The rest of the team got ready. Team 7 was ready to kick ass. Chapter 12. First Blood. In a small room sat 4 figures in a full circle. One thing which all of these people had in common was that they looked similar to each other. If one could say, they looked like clones of each other. Their lavender eyes also made them look almost the same. Hayashi Hyuga was sitting in the middle. His face was stoic as usual. Right now he was sitting in a very important meeting with the elders of the Hyuga clan. Hayashi, has the plan been put into motion? Asked Hibachi seriously. The man looked like the older version of Hayashi. Yes, Tusan, it is done, said Hayashi impassively. The Hyuga clan have chosen their heiress, Hayashi-sama. We want that weakling removed as the possible heir of the clan, said another elder angrily. Yes, Hinata brings shame to our clan. She is weak and pathetic. We would become the laughing stock of the entire village if she is made the clan heiress. The girl can't even beat her little sister in a spar. We want you to name Hanabi as the clan heiress and make Hinata a branch family. Yes, that is why I strongly requested the Hokage to let her go on a B-rank mission with Team 7. The Hyuga clan is the strongest clan of this village. I told the Hokage that we needed to see Hinata's skills in a mission to decide the future leader of our clan. Naturally, the Hokage agreed and accepted my request, explained Hayashi briefly. But what would happen if she dies on that mission? Asked another elder curiously. The Hokage has assured me that she wouldn't die. He has a lot of faith in that boy and his team, and if she dies on a mere B rank, then she doesn't deserve to be a Hyuga. Spat, Hiyashi distastefully. In truth, he was disappointed with his elder daughter. He had so many hopes from her. The Hyuga clan followed tradition to the code, and were always firm in their beliefs. Yet Hayashi's own flesh and blood couldn't speak properly. She couldn't even beat her 9-year-old sister in a spar. She had a crush on the Jinchuriki. Her skills were weak. Hayashi wondered, how did he end up with a daughter like Hinata? But he was relieved when his younger daughter fulfilled all his expectations that Hinata couldn't. Hanabi was a genius. She was the star of Hayashi's eyes. She was strong, confident, and firmly believed in Hayashi's and the Hyuga clan's ideals and traditions. Hayashi wished to make Hanabi the heir to his clan, but their tradition was getting in the way. The eldest child of the clan leader always ended up as the next leader, while the younger ones would be made branch family members. It had happened with him and his brother. Thinking of his brother shot a wave of guilt in Hayashi's heart. He didn't want that to happen with Hanabi. She deserved much more than Hinata. As a result, he had found a way. If the elder child is proved to be incompetent to lead the clan, then in that case the younger sibling could lead the clan in his place.
Hiyashi had explained this situation to Hiruzen, and the Hokage had agreed, as he couldn't deny it, as it was matters pertaining to the Hyuga clan. However, Hiruzen had made him take full responsibility of Hinata and the consequences of the mission on her and her life. Hiyashi had readily signed the agreement.
However, he did believe that Hinata would survive. He was disappointed in her, but that didn't mean he wished her dead. He was his father. He tried to act tough as he was a leader, but he still cared for his child. Hinata, please come back alive, prayed Hayashi. Renivandi. Parallel 1. It was pitch black darkness. Rain was pouring heavily from the sky. 6 figures had surrounded a bandit camp. Team 7 was patiently waiting for Naruto's signal to attack. Sakura was already positioned in the shooter position on the northern side. She was wearing the goggles which Naruto had given her. She could clearly see the various bandits located in the camp. Her hands were firmly holding the tip of the arrow. She had made up her mind today was the day she was going to kill. And these people were just scum. When she had heard what those bandits did, all her hesitation faded away. Now she was ready to kill these bandits and was patiently waiting for Naruto's signal. On the eastern side, Anko and Hinata were hiding behind a rock. Anko was stoic. She had been on such missions before, so she was confident that she would do her job done. Get in, rescue the hostages, and get out. Plain and simple. In the meanwhile, Hinata was the most nervous person in the entire team. She was supposed to take a person's life. She didn't know if she could do it. She feared she would fail, as she had with everything in her life. The only thing that was holding her together was Naruto's faith in her. Hidden in trees, Kurenai was anxiously waiting for to order to attack. She was immensely proud of Naruto. He was a true leader. The plan which he had made would end this mission in minutes. The enemy won't know what hit them. Even though their team had a weak link like Hinata, she was sure that Anko could handle her. The only thing that was on her mind was to get her job done. On the northern side, near the enemy gates, Naruto and Sasuke were hidden in the shadows. They both were a tag team. Naruto was observing every movement of the enemy. He had been trained to never underestimate the enemy, no matter how weak they seemed. He had analyzed every possible strategy he could make, and was sure that his team would do their job. He would protect his team no matter what. Meanwhile, Sasuke's heartbeat was rising with each passing second. This was where he would find out how strong he was. He had trained for years, and he would make sure no harm came on his team. Naruto sensed Sasuke's tensed behavior, and put a hand on his shoulder. "I've got your back," reassured Naruto with a smile. "So do I," said Sasuke confidently, this time. "Is everyone in position?" asked Naruto quietly. "Hi," was the unison reply of the team. "Let's roll," commanded Naruto seriously. The guards in the tower were having a very boring night. They couldn't even see in such darkness. Plus their leader had forbidden them from having any more fun with the women. It was such a shame. "Hey Tsura, can you see anything?" asked one bandit who was standing in his tower. No response. "Hey, you fucking idiot, are you listening?" asked the bandit loudly. He then turned around, and to his utmost shock he saw Tsura's body fell with a big arrow right between his eyes. Before he could finish the sentence, he felt something cold pierce his head. He didn't realize it was a precise arrow. His body limply fell to the ground. "Sentries are neutralized," replied Sakura silently. She felt a little sick for having taken 2 lives. This was her first kills after all. But she knew she was doing the right thing and was prepared to do it once again. "Roger, Kurenai. Move front," commanded Naruto. Kurenai nodded. She then quickly shunshined herself in the enemy camp. She was hidden due to her camouflage jutsu. Her objective was simple: kill the enemy and turn them against each other. She silently went towards the southwest direction. There was a tent there which contained all the weapons of the bandits. It was nighttime, so most of them were sleeping with only a few standing guard. It was a primary rule of warfare: if you want to destroy the enemy, destroy his weapons to fight. There were 2 guards who were guarding the tent. Kurenai silently positioned herself behind the guard on the left. The bandit didn't even know that he was just going to die in a few seconds. She slowly wrapped her hands around the man's neck. The man found something cold touch his neck. He tried to move his neck to look back to see what it was. But soon his entire neck was twisted in one swift motion with a sickening crack. The only expression that remained on the man's face were his wide eyes before his body fell lifeless to the ground. "What?" said the bandit on the right, but before he could act, his neck was pierced by a sharp arrow. Blood started to spill out from his neck. Kurenai acted quickly and threw the man's body in the tent. She then quickly hid the other bandit's body beside his partner. She was quite impressed with Sakura's aim. The girl was a precise shooter. She then laid her only explosive tag in the tent and started to move towards her next targets. "Objective complete," whispered Kurenai lightly. "All right, let's storm the front," said Naruto. Naruto and Sasuke quickly stormed towards the front gate. They seemed like blurs which could not be seen by the bandits in such darkness. Naruto unsheathed his sword, his Sharingan was ablaze and he was clearly looking at the 10 bandits on the right side. He quickly threw his blade high in the air and performed a quick set of hand signs. Efton. Kazakiri no Jutsu, wind release, wind cutter technique.